Oh, good morning, good afternoon. Um, Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Okay. I want you to know that, yeah, today I did do a little walking today. Okay. That was prior to this sun being out, but just stepped outside a little bit to try to make this video. Um, a lot of people have a lot of advice, which I appreciate. And I think it's a good deal, a good idea for people who are concerned about you to give you advice, you know. But I like to briefly tell every one of you guys who is a prospective traveler to Southeast Asia, whether it's the Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, wherever it is. Healthcare, your health issue is a major concern anywhere you travel in Southeast Asia. As a matter of fact, it's going to be an issue anywhere you travel, anywhere in the world. It's going to be an issue. How much of an issue it presents itself to be all depends on the situation. That being said, I want to advise you, and I'm saying this because some people get so caught up in who they think they are and trying to present a certain image or whatever that they really lose contact with reality. What do I mean by that? Anybody who wants to tell you what's the best thing for you is going out the world asshole backwards. Anybody who listens to them to tell you what's the best plan and the best thing for you to do has gone out the world asshole backwards. And why do I say that? Nobody knows what's best for you other than the man who created you. Nobody knows what's the best plan for you because nobody knows your situation better than you do. Nobody can tell you what's the best plan of action, what you need to do, what you gotta do, because nobody is walking in your shoes. And if anybody assumes the responsibility that they can tell you that, they're full of themselves because they can't. It's a fact. Nobody can tell you, hey, this is the best plan, this is what you need to do. No. No, they cannot. No, they cannot. They're full of themselves. They're thinking they're God Almighty. They're thinking, they know it all. Nobody knows your situation better than you. And on the other hand, if you're following somebody else's plan, guess what? You living their life. You're not living your life. Live your life. If people are afraid, medical care, medical coverage, et cetera, it's a very tricky subject. I'm going to get into it in a couple videos. But what I want you to understand is even though it's a very tricky subject, how you approach it, okay, is one thing. And what you do about it is another thing. Now, real quick, medical coverage, insurance, that you'll get paid, that you'll pay the provider who provides you with medical care. That's what the concern is. You see, how can you get this? How can you use this? How can you utilize this? And the bottom line is, how does that affect your travel to another country? Well, here's my take on it. If you tie your camel, meaning that you make all the preparations that you can possibly make for yourself, and you go with it, okay? My interpretation is that you plan and God plans. So if you make a plan and your plan becomes insufficient, me, I rely on God. I don't rely on my plan. I make a plan because it's part of my responsibility. But the ultimate care for me, I put it in God's hand. People who helped me was inspired by God to help me. Okay? And if anybody thinks any different, that's their business. They got that right to do that. And I got the right to think how I think. And if anybody feels just because that's the way I believe that I'll never help you again, well, you have your right to your opinion. You have a right to do what you want to do. But remember, when you help other people, what? You truly help yourself. And if you believe that, don't close the door on saying like, you only get one pass here. We're only going to help you one time. Don't close the door on an offer to do something for somebody. Why? Because God possibly gave you that which he gave you simply to help somebody else. And if you refuse to do it, it can all be taken away from you. It can all be taken away from you. It can all crumble down. Since I've been here, I've seen so many successful bloggers get crushed. I mean, literally get crushed, get wiped out. Some of them even sent to jail. So, what I'm saying is this. Your plan has got to be something that you figure out. Okay? Then you got to put your trust in a higher power and go for it. If not, the majority of the people who are retiring on a low income, you won't be able to make it here. Because if somebody is asking you to have 200, 300, 400,000 in reserve for medical coverage, first of all, I want to tell you that if you have a catastrophic ailment here in the Philippines, that's not going to help you. Okay? And as a matter of fact, if you don't know how the system works, you cannot have a catastrophic injury, and that still won't help you. Because there's a way within their system that they can weasel out all your money as much as you let them get until you pull the plug on it. So once again, you plan, but God is the best of planners. And that's what I rely on. I make my plan. And if my plan falls through, I count on the man who brought me here. So listen, I'm going to cut this short today. I'm going to let you know that I do intend to reply back to your messages. I'm just laying low. I'm kind of tired, but like the doctor said, my body went through a lot in a very short period of time, and they were really amazed at the progress that I made. And but I gotta, I gotta walk. I gotta eat those fruits. I gotta be strong. So listen, I'm gonna get back to you guys a little bit later on today, because I'm gonna pump up this energy level, and we're gonna get into some other things. Okay? God bless. Take care. Remember, you make your plan. You make your strategy. Don't let nobody tell you what's the best plan for you. Don't let nobody tell you what's best for you, what you should and should not do. You got one life to live. Man, live it according to how you want to live it. Don't live life according to some other John, you know. He lived his life, and who says that the life he's living is so exceptional that he should make a pattern or everybody should follow what he think and what he say? Hell to the no. We all individuals. Hell to the no, no. to the no, no, no. You know what I'm saying? Hell to the no, no. No, we don't follow nobody else's pattern, example. We live our own life, okay? Live your own life. You can take people's advice, shuffle it in your plan how you see fit. But man, listen, as far as you following a leader or a guide, man, be careful, man. Be careful. Jamestown was real. All right, take care, man. Love y'all. Remember one thing for sure and two for certain. When you help other people, what? You're actually helping yourself. You're helping yourself, man. When you help me, you helped yourself. Okay? And remember, a person who's a God-fearing person and you do something to help them, the reward God give you is 20 times that which you provided for them. Okay? So it goes a lot deeper and a lot farther than just you claiming fame. Let's get this thing together, man. Let's live life to the fullest. Let's not be intimidated and fear about nothing. Because there's a protector up there that's going to protect you in whatever you decide you want to do. Take care. God bless.